When you practice semen retention, you have a fire within you. This fire was ignited the moment that you decided not to succumb to lustful desire. Instead, your conscious choice to abstain naturally results in a more powerful inner motivation, a stronger will, and an unwavering self-confidence. Let's say you've done 7 days. If you watch yourself closely, you will react differently to the world. Your response in every situation is informed by a groundedness that makes your reality more masculine. Notice also that your perception of the world is upgraded in a unique way. You perceive the world with less fear. Imagine for a second not having to deal with the paralyzing fear and anxiety that can so easily dominate your experience. But now, having conquered your senses, you are in the driving seat. You have more control over your life. After all, your reality was always yours to take ownership of. And so that's why it feels so authentic when you begin to embody your highest self. It feels exactly like who you are meant to be. And deep down, you knew this all along. And so part of you thinks, of course this is who I am. Semen retention can feel really good within the body. It's like a glow that makes you feel radiant. It can improve your mood so much that it may change your existing thought patterns and behavior, to the point where you completely shed your old sense of self. To be specific, it's not that you become someone new or different necessarily. It's that who you are beneath all of that fear and anxiety shines through, and you unlock your highest self. Keep at it and you will grow. You will be less afraid, and you will very likely enjoy your life more, so long as you maintain a wise balance. You must be conscious and mindful with the practice. Don't overdo it. Know your limits and stay healthy. Be careful not to repress sexual energy. If you do, it will make you coiled up and agitated. Focus instead on redirecting the energy to higher priorities of yours. For example, tapping into powerful mindsets or connecting to the higher spiritual self within. Do not forget that your health and well-being is and always will be the #1 priority on this mission. It can get really tough sometimes, mentally and emotionally, so it is crucial that you're always taking good care of yourself. There are days where I think to myself, man, life has changed so much that it is almost unsettling. If you've done this for a while, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It is so easy to fall into overthinking if and when you experience ego backlash. Because your mind, it hates change. It wants to stay comfortable in its familiar patterns. But you are growing by the minute. So expect and anticipate resistance coming from the ego. And when it does hit you, then use your maturity and consciousness to accept it and take it in your stride. Resistance is the ego's nature. Do not engage with it. Allow it to pass through you whilst you stay strong and aware. What's important to keep in mind is that if you think this is going to be difficult, it will be. It's all about you, your mind, and how you perceive this. But it doesn't need to be difficult at all. In fact, I can tell you from my experience that this can be effortless. It can be like an extended flow state in which you are very present and free of desire. You don't want to disrupt your flow. You want to keep it going. But to be honest, at some point or another, you will just break it for no real reason. And shortly afterwards, you'll kind of wake up and look around, realize what's happened, and think, fuck, how did I get here? How did this happen? But that's okay. That's what happens when you slip up. This practice is one step toward mastering yourself. Emotionally, psychologically, and spiritually. You will tap into your highest self many times on this journey, eventually merging with it and becoming self-actualized. When it comes down to it, and you really think about it, this is your life. And the choices that you make will ultimately shape you, your mind, and your consciousness. So the best life is one where you are on top of your sexual desire, not a slave to it. So do the work, tread the path, and join me on this awesome, powerful journey. If you enjoyed this and you would like more videos, then please do subscribe.